and welcome back to Terrorhand, where, as you can see, it is now the second day of fall year 16. Yep, it's that time again, where we have yet again made a very big jump in time. I mean, it's almost a tradition by now that we have big jumps in time. But, well, you know, there's a reason for that, and it's not that I accidentally left the game running. Oh no. No, our gnomes have been quite busy doing work. Laborious work, repetitious work, and, well, you know, I thought it wasn't that interesting to watch, so I did it off camera. Well, what did I do? Let me quickly show you what our gnomes have been up to. First thing you'll notice, if we go down over here, look, the mushroom farm, it's back, it's alive, it's planted, it does what it's supposed to do. It's our mushroom farm. And I got it back. I mudded the whole area using the same method we used the very first time. Worked like a charm, took quite a while to get done, and as a result, almost 14% of our lake has gone into muddying this area. But over time, I mean, this will fill up, and over here it's 87, so yeah, this will fill up, and shouldn't be an issue really. Another thing that I've been up to is down over here, in the big secret project. Look, the big T over here is now pretty much filled up with stuff. Well, I wouldn't say completely filled up, but here it's 84, over here it's a gold wall, over here it's 61, so let's say it evens out at about 70 or 68 or something. That's still not enough, but we're now getting closer and closer towards having this T being at 99%, which is how much lava I want in there. So, yeah, pretty good, huh? I must say that this took by far the most amount of time, so, yeah, it's still not there, but, you know, perhaps some other time off camera I'll add more lava to it. I mean, there's no real need for it to be filled up other than just the eye candy. Well, which is of course very important, but yeah, you know, there's no real hurry. So, there. Now, the one thing that I left you all wondering at the end of last video was, how is our drain doing? Well, we are going to find out how it's doing. Look what we have over here. Lava in the drain. And not just some lava, we got 2 levels of lava. Now, in case you're wondering, like, what, how, I don't get it, help, I'll explain it. It wasn't that easy actually, because the lava came up here, somewhere over here, you know. And as I figured, it evaporated straight away. So I had to build like a pressure chamber, you know, where it could first build up and then I would release it and it would flood the rest of the room. But yeah, that took a while, especially because the lava moving upwards goes at a snail's pace. It's terribly slow, so yeah, that's not really good. The thing is though, well, you know, once you have a layer, it will just keep auto-filling itself up, but it goes so slow that, you know, I went pumping up the lava, muddying the mushroom farm, and when I came back, it had just reached the second level, which pretty much, you know, was the same issues with the first level, in that it would just evaporate on top of the other lava. Yep, that can actually happen, and even though I think that's like a bit stupid, but, well, you know, I just repeated the same trick, built yet another pressure chamber, and hey, presto, we had ourselves lava on this floor. Right now this is filling up, and, well, then it will reach our draining mechanism, and I'm pretty curious to see what will happen, because the entry point for the lava is directly below it, so I can only imagine that it will spread out, and hopefully with that spreading it will fill up the whole floor. If not, well, then we'll have to think of something, but for now I'm just gonna hope and assume that everything will go alright. So there we are. Now, in case you're wondering, I mean, over here, this is quite a lot of lava, and I think I've been pumping up like 6 batches of lava. All of that came down from our reservoir over here. Here it is. See, this was at like 300%, these 2 tiles right now. Yeah, there's only 1 batch in. Excuse me, only 1 batch in there. So, yeah, we have been pumping up a lot. But the lava multiplicator does work quite well. I mean, these two tiles have pretty much filled up this entire T. Now, down over here for our drain, look, there's still 215% of lava over here in these tiles. And really slowly that will push all the lava upwards, but man, that's gonna take a crazy long time. So we'll just leave that be, because we got plenty of stuff to do. Stuff down over here, because, well, you know, currently, when we look at our entrance to the big secret project, it is horrendous, it is but ugly, and the worse. I mean, it's a hover gravity defying staircase, which is the worst of the worst staircase I've ever built. So, we need to get rid of that, and as it happens, we have ourselves a staircase in the works over here. Now, I think that right now is the perfect moment to finish off this staircase, and then start, or yeah, to, you know, finish this one, build it to its final shape, and then start removing this one, because oh man, it's ugly. Now, yeah, I think there's not much more left to do, so let's get started then, shall we? Oh, it seems that we have ourselves a goblin attack. Now, that's rather nice, actually. However, I was just about to place this one tile there, so might as well do that. But, goblins, how nice. I think that there might be an attack over here. But the very first scout, or raider, or whatever it's called, already got killed. How nice, how good. Our archers rule. Now, we're going to watch how these goblins get murdered. So, let's get the brute-shanks out here. I mean, the goblin attacks are quite heavy. It's like not something that we would normally survive that easily. I mean, if you take a look at our kingdom's worth, it is rather high. Oh man, we're at like 600,000. Not a million yet, but still. It's a lot, so let's see how this attack goes. Of course, there's more coming, so the game will be pausing a lot. But I can already hear some blood, and yeah. Oh, hear that noise of blood flowing from greenskins. Pretty good sound, I must say. And then the second goblin has died already. Our snipers are just ruling and kicking ass from these towers, man. I mean, they're really camping on the goblins. How nice. I mean, maybe our snipers have played too much Call of Duty. And again, they do have a Call of Duty. Now, the game in terms of performance will absolutely crap itself during a goblin attack. I mean, it's the worst from the worst, and I think it has to do with the adjusted pathfinding that comes with the new raider attacks. So, look, now they're trying to follow some other raider. I don't know what they're doing right now, but the game isn't really performing all that well now. So, yeah. Now this goblin raider, I don't really know whether or not he will make it. Maybe he does, but there's a good chance he'll get sniped like that. And right now, all of these goblins are just trapped. And, well, these ones that just fell down the trickler, I mean, they are the ones that we kill. Or that, well, just got away, pretty much. But there is still a two-headed ogre and a soldier there. Another soldier and another two-headed ogre. I think we can take that on, though. So, let's send out the Bruteshanks. Yeah, Bruteshanks are fine for mopping up all these enemies. So there we go. Let's send them out. Let's see how that goes. I'm pretty sure that they can deal with this last handful of enemies that's still left. Oh, now the fight's going on down over here. Look, dead goblin. And soon a dead two-headed ogre. Oh, they're actually rather tough, I might add. Should I have sent... Nope, two-headed ogre's dead now. And the goblin has died as well. Oh, and there was another two-headed ogre who is clearly missing so... Oh my good lord! We have completely dismembered this two-headed ogre. Right then, I think that went pretty smooth if you ask me. And yeah, see, this is how most of the attacks go. Most of the time, the goblin escort for the raiders get trapped on the trickler bridge. And we can just pesk them with arrows a bit, till some of them fall down, and then we can mop up the survivors. This is a good amount of loot, by the way, as well. So, there might even be some corpses over here. Yeah, you. Not too happy with that. But for now, I'm just gonna leave everything lying down there. We haven't had a manned attack in a while, so... yeah, everything should still be on suspense, though this is not good. Might have forgotten this. Yeah, so we'll leave that, and once the mans have passed, then will we mop up the rest of or well, not mopping up, but clean up the rest of the, well, goblin corpses, loot, you know, all that. So yeah, I think right now though it is time to continue with our grand staircase. It's coming along rather nicely, and yeah, we're gonna finish at least the shape. So yeah, let's go. So, there we have it. We now have yet another entrance into our own fortress. Or, I mean, our Great Hall, of course. So, at least, well, I won't say that it is the most efficient route to the Great Hall, but it's only temporary. However, these staircases are not, but these hallways and all that, you know, this all has to well, be adjusted a little bit so that it can accommodate to this much better entryway. So yeah, pretty good. I do see though that I might have derped up here with the ceiling, because over here it is a bit longer, it seems, than... or is it not? No, I think I've actually done alright here. Yeah, alright, it's alright. Good! Well then, with our new entryway, we can now safely deconstruct the old one leading down to over here, because, yeah, that's needed. So, let's get to that then, shall we? I do see something of an issue over here in that our prospector seems to be halted. Why is that? I mean, there should be plenty of room over here in the stockpile. Now, oh my good lord! Why do we have this crazy amount of slivers? Well, it actually does go to show that the majority of the slivers we're getting is iron. Oh, and yeah, no, that's not true, because we also have killed loads of goblins with their armor and weapons. So that does skew the picture a little bit. Seems to be mostly even, though platinum and lead seems to be on the lower end. But tin quite a lot. Copper, This worries me though. I think that perhaps our bar smelter... yeah, see, I thought as much. This one has no more room for any bars to be stored. So how are we gonna fix that? I think that what we need to do really for now is just add a temporary stockpile over here till we have a better solution. So we're just going to store all the excess metal bars over here. It's going to be a low prio, just the metal remnants there, we're gonna lower it to like 8, so that if there's nothing else to do, they can then start hauling the metal. Let's see, only bars of any type really, it doesn't matter what bar. And obviously this is going to need some form of storage capacity, so we'll just place a few pine crates there. Look, this should be plenty of storage space. I'll just do one row here, and that should take care of all our bar needs, storage needs for our bars. So, anyway, let's continue with the deconstruction of our ugliest staircase ever. Oh, howdy there, mans. How you doing? Long time no see. Oh, and the Broodshanks are still there on patrol. Very good you paid us a visit, because then afterwards we can start cleaning everything up. And we will. However, I just clicked when you lot spawned, so there is something that I need to correct, and that is that. Yeah, that's what I needed to do. Alright, so let's find out how these men meet their doom. Now I must say that the trigger has become fairly more or less effective against the mans because of the adjustment that we made over here. But it still somewhat functions. So yeah, let's see how this goes. Let's see if we can snipe off a few before they even enter the compound. Well, it seems that our snipers are doing a crappy job. And look, see how many came through? It's like half of them. Not that it's supposed to mean anything. I mean, literally, these men are just such a pushover. I mean, they now come in batches of 4, and 4 is clearly not enough to even remotely frighten me. So, very good. We'll put the Broochang's back over here to train, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some cleanup first. So, we're gonna work in stages here. First, we're gonna collect all the loot and the corpses, and then we're gonna smelt everything. So, my gnomes, run and collect everything. In the meantime though, we are going to continue with the deconstruction over here. Very important that that happens quickly. Good. So, look at how much better our Great Hall now looks without that oh so ugly staircase. Granted, there are now a few holes into the ceiling where there used to be a staircase, but we'll fix that over time. For now, I quite like the looks of it, especially with the pillars over here on the staircase. You know, you come rushing down and already you can look into the Great Hall of Terror, which is bustling with life as, well, you know, all our gnomes will have their quarters here, so if anybody is just waking up or going to bed, they will always walk here. And perhaps there will be some idle gnomes, who knows, in the future. And yeah, it will just be teeming with life, you know. It being the centerpiece of our, well, our fortress, our empire, our might and our glory. Oh man, it's all gonna be displayed over here, and I can't wait to get it finished. Speaking about finishing it, how are we doing with the hauling? Well, it seems that pretty much all the corpses and all the loot is collected, so I will then suspend these and this one. And we will start smelting everything, and that leads me to another point. How is it going with the bar collection? Because, I mean, we're smelting stuff, but clearly that's not enough. So, why are these bars not being... Oh, they're all platinum bars. No wonder, we don't really have a stockpile for them. Then maybe I should actually increase the priority of the... Where was the stockpile? It was down over here somewhere. Yeah, maybe I should up this priority to like 3 so that everything gets freaking cleaned up. There, and now it turns green. Very good. So when this is all filled up, yeah, we should see a start of production of bars, and therefore also a cleanup of this massive mountain of slivers that we got just lying everywhere, which is a total mess. So yeah, now it's gonna take them quite a while to smelt all the slivers down at the prospector shop, because they need to walk quite a distance, but there's no real hurry into it, and besides, you can always decide to move this up as well. But yeah, pretty good. By the way, we have gone through an amazing amount of raw marble. If you take a look at the raw marble count, then we can see that it is 5,000. It has been 11,000 more at the worst moment. Right now it's only 5,000. Now, there is also a massive mountain of raw dirt. That's the next thing that we need to work on. But once these are all gone and we keep our supplies of other stuff reasonably low, then we will have a very lean and smooth running kingdom. It isn't really that bad. It only is really when the enemies are on the screen, you know, and their pathfinding going haywire on the trickler. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. So, ooh, one thing that I totally forgot, and yeah, I feel I should have shown this earlier, but I don't remember whether it was Falma or... No, it was the other gnome who is stationed there. I think you're sleeping right now though, aren't you? Where are you sleeping? You should be somewhere over here. If you're sleeping, that is. It could also be that you're eating. You know what? Let's just check out where you are over here and find your equipment. I think it was Soundwave equipment. Look, the chucked dankness. Oh man, a legendary steel crossbow made by Jack Agile. The chucked dankness. I mean, we're chucking dankness in, you bloody enemies. That's what we're doing. Don't really know if dankness is lethal, but, well, I think there are some mans who will tell the answer. That man's, that is. Oh man, yeah. Pretty good, pretty good. Now, look at this. Fresh mushrooms. Everything is going nice and hunky-dory. Over here, though, I still need to set up some corpses to butcher. So there. Yeah, that's more or less done. So, pretty good all in all, right? Now, the next move, really, in the big secret project will be to actively do some redecorating. Because, well, you know, the thing is that we have these rooms and the shapes, but, oh, no, there is something else that I need to do first before we start work on the rooms. But what that is, and more, all has to wait for next time, when we play more Gnomoria.